Hello. You might hear a white noise in the background and it might kick out. We have a new ice maker and I love it. It's a great addition. So glad the other one was replaceable. We had a gift card, so we do that fetch app thing where you scan receipts for points or you play games for points, and it's basically got half of it paid for. Um, it's not often. I would say like once every 3 to 6 months, I get like a $50 gift card. Usually I choose Amazon. So before we picked like Buffalo Wild Wings or Olive Garden. There's so many choices. You can even do a Visa card if you think that you should do a Visa card. It's just cash, basically. You can use it wherever Visa is accepted. So I think it's worth it because I'll be playing games on my phone anyways, and it's good for my brain because instead of just picking games that I want, they're just things that I would have never thought to play. So when it gets to be too difficult though, like, oh, if you reach level 100, you'll get 2,000 points. Okay, so that's a good amount of points, but sometimes if I'm going to commit to this game to get to level 100, like, I'd have to devote the rest of my days to that game. So usually I just stop playing that game and there'll be something else to choose from. Once it's off of your phone, you can't like re-download it. It's no longer connected to the Fetch app though. So you have to know, like, are you done with this game? Usually I leave it on my phone and maybe if I get bored, I'll go back to it, or if I get more interested in playing that specific game. Sometimes I just get stuck on a level and I'll go back in and I'll be able to go forward on the next game. But, anyways, I've got my Stanley Cup filled with ice, so that's so awesome. This one is from America. This was made in Katy, Texas. Nostalgia Products, Igloo. I'm like, well, it's a brand I've heard of before. And the Silon, Silonn brand, when it worked fantastic. It was great. But the first one broke after 3 months. And then this next one broke after exactly 1 year and 2 months from when we got it. So it was over the warranty. So I was very upset. I was going to get that brand again if they were able to work with me, but they said that they couldn't. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Or however it goes. I was just like, it's time to try something new. But it also pumps out a lot more ice. 33 pounds of ice a day versus 26. The basket is about, it's a good percentage more. It's almost, I'm not going to say double the size, but it's a good amount larger. So that's helpful because Kevin uses it for work. He fills his Nalgene bottle. He's got a big Nalgene bottle. So I think it's also a lot quieter too. It slides down into the basket instead of like dumps into the basket. So it's a tiny little convenient, noise lessening thing that they've decided. But anyways, where was I? I can't even remember. It's nice. Yeah, I'm glad it was made in America. And there are terrible reviews, but there's so much more good reviews than bad. So, and most of the good reviews say they have excellent customer service. So that's good. I'm glad. So what's happening next, right? Salem. It's so close, and I don't know if you're going to hear from me for a while when we get back. Hopefully, I've taken a lot of documentary, like filming photos to make you guys some content. I'm super excited about that. I know that there's a lot of places to share my content. I love to get exposure, people to see me. I hopefully my actions reflect that. I just love attention. So I would probably get a lot of views just by sharing it to Salem specific people like that are interested in Salem. I know Kevin and I spend a lot of time looking up information about Salem. So that's going to be my goal this year, is to get good content. Pictures when I can't get video, costumes, the costumes that I see, the crowds, like what time it is very important. Like people post their Salem videos, but they don't say like what time is it. Like it's, oh, I'm in October and I'm in Salem and there's like nobody here. But then it'll be like a Tuesday at 10 a.m. You know, they say that as soon as it hits noon, it is packed. So it's not even Halloween yet, and they've already seen over 1 million people in just, I think, one day. So it's gonna be crazy. I'm worried. We were able to get in last year, no trouble, but it just keeps getting bigger. You know, you spread the word that there's like that's what you do on Halloween, then that's what people are gonna do. So we leave not tomorrow, the next day. So I'm packing up the car while Kevin's at work and getting it ready. So we're going to be boondocking a little and hoteling a little. It's expensive is one reason. Also booking in advance too. So it's probably, if we ever do this again, maybe he'll book 2 days and I'll book 2 days or something like, or something like that. I'm trying to work with him. It's really not easy with Raz. He's so expensive. Like his babysitting care is very expensive. So we've got to do that. What else? Food. I bought a big bag of kettle chips, their barbecue sauce, which is Kevin's favorite. I'm okay with it. He wouldn't even want my kind, but I would have his kind, so that's what we ended up getting. And then I'm putting them into little, more like serving size bags, because we're not going to eat out 3 meals a day every day, and we're probably not going to even eat 3 meals a day every day. But like breakfast at a bar on the first day, and then like go back to the car and snack on whatever we have packed, like peanut butter and jelly, chips, Rice Krispie treats with candy corns. I'm making those tomorrow. Little sodas, definitely gonna have sodas. Trying to make it so we don't have to spend so much money while we're there and still enjoy ourselves. So technically we don't have to spend any money to have fun. But Kevin's really interested in restaurants. He likes to go out to eat, and he spends a lot of time looking at restaurants or bars and seeing their menus and what he would want to do there. So for his birthday, which is already gone by, I planned on getting him dinner definitely at least one of the times that we're out. And maybe like some kind of a souvenir thing. So anyways, it's a long haul. You're going a long way, and there's a lot of question marks. It's a big mystery, like what it's going to be like when you're there, even though you've already been, because the influx of people and crowds changes. So we already have our ones ready for the buskers. We want to see Jack, who recently had a very tragic event happen. His son passed away in a car accident, which is terrible. So we just like, he's usually busking there all throughout, like even in early September, and I guess he missed like a week of busking, or usually they all go to Salem at the same time, kind of like Frankenstein, Jack Sparrow, Beetlejuice. There's just like, I think even SpongeBob is considered one of their buskers. Like there's a lot that are just there, specifically just busking. And they have drummers, so to get pictures with them, you should give them a tip. I mean, it's their livelihood. It's pretty, Bora, Bora's a witch, by the way. It's a man who dresses as a female witch. But anyways, their money goes to a good cause. They usually have other jobs, like a mechanic, a nurse, things elsewise. But some of them, like, it's their main source of gmail.com. Brandon, this shapeshifter, he usually is it. Like, you'll see him as Pennywise the clown. And I'm gonna be a clown for one of my days there. But my hair, I'm so mad about my hair. I really am. Don't like my wig at all. And I haven't found another one, and I'm pretty sure time's up. I'm just gonna have that red straight wig. I really wanted like a curly haired poofy wig, like afro almost, but I couldn't figure it out. So, and Kevin is going to be Mike Myers, and I think he's just going to be Mike Myers every day that he's there. There is a professional busker that is Mike Myers. So I was like, Kevin should definitely have a bucket in case people mistake him for the busker, Mike Myers, and then he'll get some tips. But so, haunted houses. Kevin definitely wants to go to haunted houses. The Witch Mansion is one of them. There's just a bunch of different things that he wants to try that we didn't get to do last year. And it's also so good that we, first of all, came back, but that we did a lot of the stuff last year, so it's not so, like, jam-packed schedule. And we have a ghost tour booked, too. He just finalized that. He booked it, like, 2 months ago, pretty sure, and then, like, he had to either, like, pay today or not at all. Like, you wouldn't be able to go to it. So he did that, which is huge. $60. That's crazy to walk around with a tour guide. Wow. So I'm not sure what else I'm going to do for helping with the trip this year. I'm definitely going to be more help this year than I was last year. But I don't know, because I'm also doing like Raz's doggy daycare. And I got a lot of new bills to pay, so I'm trying to budget and make like, and I also don't get paid until after Thanksgiving. That's crazy. That's a long time to wait to get paid, so he's gonna have to help me either way. It's like either I pay him now and then he's paying later. But I think he'd rather pay now that we're on the trip, and then he has time to be here and just save, because we'll be going to Thanksgiving and he's gonna have to help out with that. Like, he has to, definitely, if not just gas. And he's already said he would, but I want to make sure everything makes sense. I don't want anybody hurting too bad. Just to have a little bit of fun. We bought tax-free alcohol before we leave, so we can have some of our own spirits, and we bring them along. We have like this glass skull thing. I'll definitely have photos of it in the hotel room. But really just casual. We have like little BAC breathalyzer thing that like tells how drunk we are, so we don't get like super drunk in public or something like that and get ourselves in trouble. Like, even just having it makes you more aware that you have a goal. You want to be safe and be smart. So hopefully we don't get into too much trouble. We could end up in jail. I don't know. You guys, if you don't see me for a certain amount of time, pray for me, right? But anyways, so that's it. I'm just super excited about Salem. I'll be there from Wednesday, and I'm not coming home until like until Monday. I'm not going to be home until Monday of November, which I don't even know if that's November 2nd or 1st, whatever day. I think it's the 2nd. It might even be the 3rd. Because Kevin has to go to... He went to New England College in Henniker, New Hampshire, so he's going to be doing a race in a basketball game, which is basically it's a scrimmage between all the old basketball players, like graduates, long since gone. Maybe some of them still there, like work there or whatever, but they come from around the country. And some of them from out of country will fly to play basketball on this day against the new college kids. So that's cool. And last year, I think the kids beat the oldies, but the year before that, the oldies beat the kids. So I have no idea. I've got t-shirts, but my weight fluctuations, I got mediums, and they fit like kind of like snatch fit. Like it, I like comfort, like oversized items. So like I was like, okay, wear it, but not on like any regular day. I don't think it would really fit all that well right now. I mean, it might get on, but People will be wondering why I was wearing a size too small. It looks exactly one size too small. It doesn't look like ridiculously small, but it's definitely too small. So I've been eating a lot more in tune to my lifestyle. I'm slowing down on like snacking, binging so much. So got Raz outside, use the bathroom. I think that I'm doing better. I'm just really bummed lately. I'm just kind of in a downward, like, geared emotions. However, going to Salem, I mean, I'm not putting too much expectations on it because that only leads to a dip, being sad or whatever. Like, you were expecting it to be amazing. It just wasn't good enough. I don't know. It's exciting. I'm ready to explore and see what's going on. And that is kind of like, that's good for me, I think. And then what happens after Salem, you know, because that's pretty much all we've been talking about and focusing on. So are we going to do anything cool after that? Definitely not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is kind of like very small. Corbin's going to come here. We're just going to have like, I don't even see him on Thanksgiving, I don't think. It's like the day before Thanksgiving celebration, and then he's going to go and be with his grandparents, his Mimi and his papa and his dad. So I'm really not sure. I really don't like snow, but I'm excited about snow. I love the way it looks. I love the fact that it's just so, it's like catastrophic. You know, you go outside and all of a sudden you have to shovel. You have got to do something. You've got to bundle up to survive. You've got to put on your gloves and your socks. It's a huge thing. I'm pretty sure I will always live in a place where there's snow. There's something about the lifelessness of winter, the dead of winter. They call it that. That's a common accepted phrase, the dead of winter. There's something so lively about it because it's something that you're doing. It's making you move. You've got to exist more because of how much, well, what happens outside. You are existing a lot more in this fall because you've got to prepare for winter. Anyways, I'm a fan. I am. Maybe I'm not doing a job at expressing it, but I am. So, what else? I think that's really it for now. I'm just going to be gone for a long time. So if you don't see me next week, maybe I'll just come on here, like, not do my Salem video, but just be like, I'm back, I'm alive, I'm fine. I don't know what I'll say, but probably like Tuesday. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll come back and just say, hey, what's up? But I want to really try hard to edit the videos. And I've got some of these free musics, like spooky music, to put in the background. If I can figure out how to make that work. I have it on my phone, but I record and I do all my like editing on my computer. So I don't know if it's going to translate so well because it's an app. Maybe I can find. I don't like downloading apps on my laptop. I just feel it's every time I do, I get a red flag. It's like, are you sure you want to download this? None of them are good enough for Apple unless they're like made by Apple. So it's scary. I'm worried. Maybe I'll play them. Like I don't know. So put on the microphone thing and record the music here as if I'm talking like a voiceover. And I'm going to try to do voiceovers too, because I can do voiceovers. So instead of just you watching like a scene of people and like costumes, I'm thinking I'm going to do a voiceover to tell you what's happening, where I am maybe in the world of Salem, what time it is, the temperature, and what I'm looking at. Because sometimes, you know, you show a scene of people and nobody knows what the heck you're focusing on. Like, are you trying to show me that there's a ghost in the window over there? Or SpongeBob? I don't know. So maybe I'll just talk a little bit. If you don't like that, you can always mute. A lot of YouTubers that I got into because I get overstimulated so easily, I started watching them on mute only. Like, I didn't plan on watching them. They had like, Mia Maples is actually the main one. She popped up and she was doing like the twirl into the dress thing, and she was completely muted. I didn't realize it, but I watched the entire video on mute. And then I decided to watch it again, like with sound, and that was a bit jarring. I was like, oh, hi, yep, you're talking to us. Just, hi. And then, I hadn't subscribed to her yet, but because you watch a video, then, you know, it comes back into play, and I watched it again. And I was like, I think I like this. And when she said she was from Canada, I'm from Maine. I think Quebec. I'm thinking it's because she's nearby or something. No, she's not. She's from, like, California, Oregon, Washington State side of Canada. So she still has to deal with, like, all the snow and stuff. And, I mean, it's the same thing. Very, very different. It's not like Prince Edward Island, Quebec, French Canada. It's like the cool Canada, I guess. They call it the cool Canada. I was supposed to take a class on Canada. I was signed up and everything, and I started taking it. And then I realized that it was an online course. I would get more credits if I took an easier class. Like, I was told I had to take this class or this class, right? So I signed up for the Canadian Studies. And then somebody else, I had a meeting with my student aide or whatever. And she's like, you don't have to take that. And she told me like 4 other classes that I could take instead. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that instead. That's way more up my alley. I should have stuck with the Canadian Studies. It was actually pretty cool. I took like the first 3 classes before I realized I could. It was like just in time, the switch. And they were very in-depth, beautiful, like you watch videos of the Scotia cat, like water. And I just remember a lot of cool videos that were narrated, and you just kind of took notes. Not too much reading. I mean, there was going to be more reading, obviously, but I don't know. I wish I did more, especially like the more that I get out into the world. And like, I watch a lot of Canadian YouTubers. It's really like Rach Loves Life. RACH Loves Life. She's there, and they're all like intertwined with each other. They're kind of on the same pay scale. Like they get funded to show people products, etc. So, not doing that. I don't sell anything. Maybe that would help if I did, because then there'd be like other companies that are like, watch this woman. But I also sometimes I just want to watch somebody and learn about people versus like get sold something. Like Market Basket corn. 4 for $2, you guys. But it's a small can. It's a cup and a half. No, it's 8.5 ounces. That does not mean a cup and a half. 0.5 ounces is less than 1 ounce. So it's just a smidge over a cup of corn. Don't be fooled. Kevin did try the Lagoon pillow. I got that for him for his birthday. It's very soft. Like, it's insanely soft. That's one. I throw all the pillows around. I'm a gel slumber. I like gel. I want a big, heavy pillow that, like, forms and molds, and, like, I scoop it up. This cube pillow might be good for me. Like, I fit it under my chin and shoulder, like, between, like this, and I sleep like I almost push it in with my shoulder here. That is how, and I want it to be really heavy, and it's called Slumber Gel, but it's not the cheaper version. It was $120 or something like that at Kohl's, and that was like on a deep discount. It was on way sale when I got that. And I was gonna get a Lagoon pillow as well in Otter, because that had some cool gel into it, and I wanted to be cool like Kevin and get a new pillow. I paid for it. It never got delivered, so they refunded me my money. I really wish I had it, though. Like, it's really soft. I don't think I'd use it as my every night pillow, but I'm also a cuddler. I'd take 4 pillows, ideally. I don't think I'd want the snake pillow thing that they have, because it's not movable enough. I can't like customize it. So I got like, I hug a pillow. I have a pillow between my legs, and then, this is a new thing, I like one on my back. Okay, and this happened because I had rolled over, and I was using the legs. That's usually the pillow that's between my legs. Like I hugged it, and it's big enough that like I could hug it, and it was still between my legs. It's like a king size, not a queen size or a standard pillow. It's a very big pillow. And then so my other pillow that I was cuddling was still behind me, and I just felt like I was in like this super cozy little cocoon. So now I sort of do that on purpose. And we literally have so many pillows. And I use them. I use a lot of them. So, yeah. Halloween. Super excited. I don't know. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. Share your costumes. I would love to see them on your feed, on your Instagram, all that good stuff. I'm so excited about Halloween. Getting into the spirit, the closer it gets. Hi. Hi. Can you say hi? I don't know if you can see him. Yeah. Oh. He's going to the babysitters. He's gonna have a lot of doggo friends. Anyways, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you in the next one.